Alrighty then, so are you guys ready to rage? Cause oh boy. Which one? Alright, think of the most solo queue team you can think of. Then look at my team. Yasuo top, Fizz middle, Vayne bottom lane, a non-supporty support laner. Yeah, I decided to just pick Nautilus because fuck it, we're just gonna have a horrible time. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you can't see the chat. I didn't activate the all chat, and you can't see player, team chats, but oh boy. And you're gonna say, somewhat you're gonna sound pretty mean and mean-spirited, but I just gotta. Alright, so here, Warwick is taking the Scuttle, and I pinged for it. I pinged that Warwick was gonna come gank Fizz, and he gets killed, and then I get killed, because, fuck if I'm gonna try to escape as a Nautilus, and I die. So that's already pretty bad. My Yasuo teammate is already pinging and saying, I need help, because I'm losing to Maokai. And, I'm doing my best, but I'm already behind, and I'm obviously Nautilus, so I'm pretty slow at that already. And the enemy Warwick already got the red, so the stress is starting to build up, man. It's starting to build up there. Alright, again, I'm trying to rush to level 6 as quickly as possible. Yasuo's getting super aggro against the Maokai, who is solo beating him, and then Warwick just being able to kill him is just, icing on the cake. And, the pinging is starting. Everyone's like, hey, I need some help. Easy kill mid, which is not easy kill. And bottom lane, they need it too, but right now, here, I'm rushing level 6 as quickly as possible. You can see the pings at top lane, him asking me to kill him. And Yasuo fights the Maokai anyways, even though he can't win, and he uses ultimate on him, despite the fact that it wouldn't even do a dent. And then I'm finally able to go up there, but yet he's still pinging. Nautilus, where are you? I show up, and I know this is kind of a very forced gank. Pop my ultimate, Warwick comes in, so I confront him. He uses his CC completely on me, and thankfully, Fizz is here too to help out, because otherwise I probably would have died, and this would have been terrible. But at that point, I was getting super stressed out. Thankfully, it's a double kill. I end up getting the kill with my E, much to the chagrin of the Yasuo, who starts spouting, kill steal, kill steal, kill steal. Oh boy. But yeah, I helped him out, and that's my thanks. Thankfully, the Fizz also helped us out. He didn't bash me. He kind of bashed everybody else. The Vayne teammate is playing super aggressive, despite the fact that she's not really winning a lot of engages and shouldn't be doing that. Even though she should be very careful, and she kind of has been getting a little bit, tapered off. Right now, she's not dead, but she should have backed off at this point instead of hung out by the tower, because then Warwick comes in and kills her. And yeah. Just sort of notice the mini-map for bottom lane, because I don't focus the camera on that one too much, but the mini-map will tell quite a story. Either way, though. It's 4 kills to 5. It's not as bad as I thought, and I'm no longer as behind as I should be. But unfortunately, the Warwick is getting pretty, dangerous. Or at least he's done quite a bit. Yeah, well, he kills the Fizz, and, I give chase, but I obviously can't do anything to him. He's 5-1 so far, so he's going to be pretty big. I go top lane again to try to help out the Yasuo, who is, again, losing to the Maokai, but thankfully I use my CC properly. He doesn't use his ultimate properly, but he still gets kill anyways. And I get the kill because, I'm naturally using my abilities, which then he stops, as you saw, stops to type and rage, and he's raging right now, which you can't read. By saying I kill steal him, saying, oh, you guys have a really good Warwick, but I have a kill-stealing Nautilus, and, I die a little inside because, just League of Legends in general. Solo queue. This composition is so solo queue. With Stonewall, but don't be mean-spirited, but, you can't help it. It's my own fault that I picked, Nautilus, and yes, the Yasuo is starting to blame his loss against the Maokai on lag, and then he reconnects. Although, obviously, it's not actually the case. Just, you just kind of be really bad. And then, once my bottom lane at this point is getting absolutely giga-wrecked because the Vayne keeps trying to go in on a Kai'Sa, not understanding that she keeps getting killed. Thankfully, despite the fact that I got exhausted and CC'd and all this other stuff, and with Red Smite, I'm able to bring her down. But yeah, she had a low health, but that was quite a bit of effort. And Yasuo dies again. Because, it's Yasuo. So... yeah, we're in dire straits, and the enemy team with the Rift Herald pushes down 2 towers, so now the Yasuo is just a sad man. My item build is as reflecting as much as possible, trying to get whatever cheap kills I can. You know, run in there, CC somebody, and do my best. I do miss my hook, but thankfully it still gets me close enough to do some damage to the Kai'Sa. Vayne goes in, gets herself killed, and then the Kai'Sa slowly gets destroyed. Slowly. But then Fizz kills. So we get 2 for 1, although we probably didn't need to give up the 1. And then Yasuo comes in. He doesn't achieve very much, gets CC, flashes over, and I'm going to land a hook, just watch this. I'm going to land a hook onto the Warwick, and immediately the ultimate from Yasuo is going to come by. Which, this is kind of completely worthless. He didn't need to do that, and so he died in like a split second. And then we just kind of try to salvage the situation so it isn't a free death for nothing, and Poppy gets to kill the Warwick. Hooray! So yeah, 0, 4, and 3 Yasuo. But why am I going to be so pessimistic now? Well, just kind of watch what's going to happen very much soon. Again, 13 and 12. It's not a surprisingly terrible, or at least, you know, the total kill score. But a lot of our gold is focused on the Fizz, and that's not very good. And yes, at this point, the Yasuo's so mad about the kill stealing that he's trying to steal my camps. Anyway, I show up mid, flash, ultimate, get both. Yasuo decides to ult the Maokai for literally almost no damage. And it allows the Warwick to just kind of scamper off because he couldn't hold it until, you know, we got him. So yeah, hooray, we got nothing out of that and expended quite a bit. Solo queue, yay. And you know the thing is, this account, this one is in high platinum with low diamond. So yay. This is what you get, kids, when you get into higher divisions. You get sadness and treachery. It's not fun, you know, hooray, League of Legends. Either way, at this point, I'm kind of I'm not even talking to Yasuo. I don't bother talking to people because it's not, if you aggravate people who are already mad, it just makes things worse. And in this way, maybe you can salvage a win somehow. But either way, I catch Kai'Sa with my ultimate, but it's not in a good position enough to take advantage of it. So we just kind of give up on that. Fizz then walks to the tri-bush despite the fact that he knew people would be there and immediately dies. We get this tower, and I'm trying to back off, or at least, you know, I wasn't trying to get too aggro because this is pointless, there's too many enemies. And Poppy uses her ultimate to push off Maokai, and then Yasuo goes in anyways and promptly kind of gets us all killed. Because we were still sticking around and we were trying to help him, even though we should have abandoned the entire situation minutes ago. So yay. Hooray. Solo queue. Solo queue in a nutshell. Alright, so at this point you can tell we're not going to win this. Because despite the fact that we're not too far behind in farm or, you know, even kills, we're behind on objectives tremendously. And our team composition is a flimsy piece of crap. Compared to theirs is more cohesive despite the fact that it's also not really that good. It's just ours is absolute dog crap. So, yay. We're not also, you know, united. We're kind of doing our own thing, which is really bad when you're playing Nautilus. Though, again, it's my fault. Maokai engages, I use my ultimate, but unfortunately I don't angle it right, so only gets one person. I go on the Kai'Sa as much as possible to try to CC her since she's the biggest threat. And it doesn't matter. My team is just... yeah, if we had Yasuo, it probably wouldn't have made a difference either way. So we just kind of get wiped out, and we only kill Kai'Sa, the target I went for. Yay! Fizz honestly did go for it too, so at least he helped get that kill. And then the rest of us are just kind of depressed. These two hang around the mid tower thinking they wouldn't get killed, you know, because tower dives aren't a thing. So yeah, we lost that. Vayne, for some reason, thought she could somehow 1v5 the entire enemy team, or 1v4 them. And you saw her just kind of die, really sadly. I hooked talent just for some damage, because I know the retribution to me wouldn't be that major. So, that's about it. But yeah, solo queue! You gotta love it! And now at this point, yeah, like I said, there's no coming back from this. The enemy team's cohesiveness just crushes us. And the fact that, you know, some players in my team are suicidal is not a good thing. Either way, we gear up for a fight. I catch Kai'Sa by herself and I expend everything to control her, and finally an actual good ultimate by Yasuo, we knock her out very quickly. But the fact that the team is so divided and I can't really bodyguard against everything is ridiculously bad. And the fact that they focus on the two tankiest enemies and, you know, decide to have a full-on brawl with them despite the fact that they should just kite it and run away, gets two of our members killed. And then it's just me and the Poppy doing our very best. And then Yasuo finally returns instead of, you know, cowering out like he did. And then he gets killed basically doing nothing. And then the rest of us, or me and just Poppy, slug it out to ultimately die. Now, that was sad, wasn't it? That was super sad. I mean, again, you know, she still hasn't learned that she's not a melee character. So, yay for that. Again, I know you guys watching this can feel the suffering I felt playing this game. There is no greater treachery or no greater suffering than these 30-something minutes I've so far played. Either way, the enemy team goes for Baron, and we obviously can't stop it. We catch Talon, but he pops his ultimate to escape. I'm trying to scare the enemy team. You know, a lot of abilities are blundered as I hit Maokai. And then, you know, Kaiser gets in a weird angle, so I try to hook her. Because if I caught her, maybe would have done something. They go on top of me. I got a pretty good ultimate, but there's no proper response, except the Poppy ultimate being good. And then there's just no focus, and we don't really kill anybody. And then we kind of just start getting absolutely messed up, and we get wiped out. So yay, solo queue. You know, it was the saddest thing you might have ever seen, right? I managed to survive thanks to hooking around and, you know, whatever, and Fizz just kind of jumped over walls and managed not to get murdered. And now here, obviously, they're going to take the towers. We're going to do our very best to defend them. You know, I catch the Talon and get him killed. Then Fizz gets the kill, though. And we would do our very best to control the remaining survivors. And, you know, honestly, it's just one of those situations where the enemy team stuck around way too long. And we get a small victory here. But it, you know, doesn't ultimately really matter because nothing's going to come of it. I chase alongside the Vayne, but again, she gets really close and gets absolutely blasted, despite the fact that she probably could have, you know, been a little bit better. Although I should have given up on the chase a long time ago too. So I'm just as much to blame as she is. But holy crap, this game, again, nightmare fuel. I hope you guys don't have to play a game like this, where you play a tank or a jungler that can't exactly carry. And I know. I am to blame. I could have picked someone like Jarvan and tried doing some stuff. But honestly, if the enemy, if Champion Select was already super toxic, and yeah, that's Vayne dying again because she shouldn't be there. If everybody in Champion Select was already super toxic and was toxic at the beginning of the game and then was toxic throughout the entire game, I don't give a fuck that I played Nautilus. But yeah, we lost. But we did lose like 20 minutes ago. We're just kind of hanging around here waiting to lose. I refuse to, you know. People refuse to surrender because solo queue. But yay. Again, at this point, we barely tickle anybody. They're too tanky. The Lulu's on point. My team is really odd. We killed the Warwick, but that's because he just sort of got separated from his team. And then the rest of us just kind of crumble. We do get a second kill, but whatever. The important characters of the enemy team are alive, and at that point, they were just kind of lost. So, is there a hooray for anything? I guess hooray for you guys, because you got to see my suffering. I know you guys are sadists, but Jesus Christ, I hope I don't have another game like this in a long time. And if you liked this video, remember to give it a like. And if you aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure to hit the little bell up there somewhere so you actually get notifications to my videos, because YouTube and stuff.